Yo, what's up guys? Kuya Wally Panda Kelly here, or just call me Kuya Wapakels, and today we will be talking about a more serious issue. The death penalty! The death penalty is a bit of a controversial issue here in the Philippines. However, I won't be talking about the political aspect of it. No, I am here to tell you guys who I think deserves the death penalty and why. Again, guys, I won't be looking at this at a political standpoint because I'm pretty sure we all know that the death penalty has its imperfections and it's still unclear whether it's a good or bad idea to implement it here in the Philippines with our current situation. But anyway, let's just hypothesize for now that it's totally foolproof and that it's justifiable. Okay? Are you good? Yeah? Oy! Ilayo mo muna yung kamay mo sa keyboard. Napanga-triggered ka na. Yung mga social justice warriors na to. Alright, so before I start though, I want to tell you guys that I strongly believe in the golden rule. An eye for an eye, do unto others what you want them to do unto you, something along those lines. So following that logic, if you do something bad to an innocent person who wasn't asking for it, then you deserve to be punished just as bad or even worse. So if you kill someone just because you wanted to without any valid or lawful justification, then you deserve to die as well. To be honest, I wish there was a legal punishment that's even worse than the death penalty, because I think a quick and humane death via hanging, lethal injection, electric chair, or shooting squad is too easy for the likes of some of the people I'm about to mention. So let's get started. First off are the murderers, for obvious reasons. I'm talking about someone who killed an innocent person just because they wanted to, or because they couldn't control themselves because they were under some influence of a drug or a substance. Now you have to remember, guys, a person's life is the most valuable thing you can ever imagine. Every person we see has a significant purpose here in society, and they all have precious memories to share with the people around them. But once you kill someone, you take away that happiness from everyone they knew. So the next time you hear about someone's death, try to imagine the life that the victim had before and all the people who will be burdened for the rest of their lives because of their passing. But if you're the killer, you won't receive any sympathy from me, dude. I mean, the victims never wanted to get killed. Who wants to get killed? Well, probably me. But anyway, I just hope that the victims died quickly or they were killed quickly, because some cases are so brutal. And those are scenarios where I wish there was a harsher punishment other than the death penalty. And another sad thing is, even if the killer gets the death penalty, nobody really wins. I mean, the killer is dead, justice is served, but the victim is still dead. You can't bring them back. So, see? Nobody really wins. Well, at least we have less killers to worry about in the streets, right? Next are the rapists. Raping someone is basically robbing a human of one's dignity. Now, I know rape is another controversial issue that needs to be addressed, but that's for another time, okay? What I want to talk about are the low-life scumbags that actually do the crime. Now, most of the time, rape cases ends up with the victims getting killed, but that already falls under the category of murder. But how about the cases where the suspect spares the victims but threatens them to keep silent and, basically traumatizing them for life? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think traumatizing someone is just as bad or maybe even worse than killing someone. The only difference is that the victim is actually suffering from it in the long term. Now, can you guys imagine the quality of life that rape victims will go through? The constant fear and helplessness that they will feel towards people and society. Do not underestimate the power of physical and mental trauma, guys. Eventually, some of these trauma victims will fall into depression and maybe kill themselves. Actually, bullying has the same kind of effect. However, I don't think bullying is considered a heinous crime yet. Anyway, bottom line is, rapists are just as bad as killers and they deserve to die in the most horrible way possible. Sadly, raping a rapist isn't considered a humane way of capital punishment. So let's just hope that these rapists will get a taste of their own medicine once they enjoy the company of their fellow inmates. Yes? Oh, and before you guys say that I'm overreacting, remember those cases where babies get raped? I'm talking about months old here, guys. Yeah, expect more of those if we keep these rapists alive and if we don't inflict fear in their non-existent hearts. Yes? Moving on, we go to torturers, which I think are the worst kind of criminals. Think of them as rapists on a higher level. You know, they enjoy or they deliberately induce pain on their victims in fucked up ways, guys. I've seen some deep web videos of those. It's really fucked up. They will inflict so much pain, guys, that the victims will start begging the torturers to kill them. Can you imagine getting put through unthinkable torture methods while the only thing you can do is helplessly endure them? You are at the mercy of these maniacs, and there's nothing you can do but shout and squirm in agony. Eventually, once they get bored of you, they'll just kill you, but by that time, I doubt you're still in one piece. So, for these type of criminals, the death penalty is an easy way out. They should be tortured to the highest degree and kept alive! Just barely, though, so that they can be tortured again and again and again for as long as they live. Let them experience a living hell on earth! I mean, these criminals never showed any humanity to their victims, right? But too bad. We gotta execute them the humane way. Lost character there. Holy shit. Next on the list are drug sellers. Okay, let's get something straight here. Drug users who ends up killing people are still categorized as murderers, and they deserve the death penalty too. But drug users who haven't done any heinous crimes yet have a chance for rehabilitation, okay? But that is if they surrender and stop using drugs as soon as possible. As for the sellers, these guys are the root of all. They supply the drugs to their consumers, which is the whole reason why drug-related incidents occur. So why don't we just kill all the sellers and producers and stop the chain right there? That's easier said than done. There's this thing called supply and demand, and unfortunately, a lot of people are demanding drugs. Anyway, that's another issue to talk about in another time. Bottom line is, drug sellers are totally aware that they're ruining people's lives, and they know people are addicted to their stuff, and they continue to profit from it. So, death from drug overdose is what I propose as a punishment for these guys. You know, I can imagine, like, letting them chug down a gallon of laxative and then watch them shit their guts out, or maybe, you know, put two of them in one room and then get them really high on dangerous drugs and eventually they'll kill each other or something. I don't know. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty fucked up. Okay, next on our list are people who frame others of a crime they did not commit. Now, you've probably heard of some news where a person accuses someone of rape and then the suspect gets jailed for several years and then it turns out that the suspect was innocent all along. Remember, guys, when I said that a person's life is so valuable that every second you spend alive should be spent doing something awesome? Yeah, so imagine if you go to jail because you were falsely accused of doing something you never did. All those years in jail is time wasted from your precious lifespan. And whose fault is that, huh? The fucking asshole who fucking framed you, yes? Yeah! So I think it's only fair that that piece of shit should die. Or at least, like, serve double the jail time you did. But yeah, you get the point. Okay, next up are human traffickers! Yeah, now these guys are those who don't see humans as fellow humans. They see people as a means of commerce to make money out of. A disposable product, if you would say. Included here are those people who sell others to prostitution or maybe kidnap them and sell them off to God wherever. And also those who steal the organs of others, you know, like in the movies where the character wakes up in a tub full of ice and then they realize their kidneys are all gone. Yeah, some kind of shits like that. Well, those are just some examples of many forms of human trafficking. Alright, so since these guys don't treat humans humanely, then I don't think they should be allowed to continue living. And lastly, people who order assassinations. You know, just because you didn't kill someone directly doesn't mean you're not responsible for it. You paid to get someone killed, so you gotta pay it back with your life. That's how business work, right? And I don't think a waiver in your assassination contract will be accredited in court, so for this case, I hope both the employee and the employer is executed together, face to face, you know, so that they realize how stupid they were to trust each other, huh? Alright, that's it for everything. Text from GLOCO. Kuya Wapakels, nag-send po ako ng email sa'yo. Sana mabasa nyo. Okay then. Okay, GLOCO sent us an email. Oh, here it is. Kuya Wapakels, ito po yung mga listahan ng mga gagong salot sa lipunan na sa tingin ko dapat na mamatay at maubos ang lahi. Oh, okay. This should be interesting. Okay, so it's all in Tagalog, guys. Alright, let's read this, okay? Dear Kuya Wapakels, sana mabasa niyo to kasi sa tingin ko, makakabuti sa lipunan kung mawala na sa mundo ang mga taong babanggitin ko. Sana mabasa niyo po to with feelings and emotions. Una sa lahat, ang mga quitters sa online games. Hoy mga kinang-ina ng inahin nyo. Naglaro pa kayo mga bobo! Exclamation point. Dapat patayin kayong mga nagsasayang ng oras ng iba! Exclamation. Mga pakshit! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Sana, pinaputok na lang kayo sa lababo ng mga tatay nyo, king ina nyo! Exclamation. Isa pa, kayong mga nagtatrabaho sa Krusty Krab at sa edi sa puso mo. O basta may exclamation yung mga yan. Tang ina nyong mga JJ Lord kayo. Kayo ang sumisira sa imahe ng kabataan natin. Dapat sa inyo, pinapasok ulit sa puwet ng mga nanay nyo. Mga gago. Nakakahiya kayo. Pwe, kung presidente ako, ipagbabawal ko mag-internet ang mga katulad nyo. Fuck you. At isa pa, pota, huwag natin kalimutan yung mga freebooter dyan na mga page. Ang kakapal ng mga muka na magnakaw ng content ng iba, tapos ni credits, wala. Mga wayu. Dapat sa inyo, pinapakain ng tae ng kalabaw, yung may uod-uod pa at malambot-lambot. Tang ina nyo. Love, GLOCO. Wow, such a heartfelt message from GLOCO, one of our fans of our segment. Thank you so much, GLOCO. Sana mamatay nga sila. Alright. Okay. Alright, I wish death upon many other people who deserve it, but I think I've said enough. So, other than the people I've already mentioned, who else do you think should, receive the death penalty or shit? Leave it in the comments below, guys. And if you enjoyed my video, do leave a like, share it with your friends, and favorite it or whatever. Okay, then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, this is Kuya Wapakels, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!